Welcome everyone to the January 14th, 2021 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. We have a very special guest with us today, Auditor Keith Faber, and if you would lead us in the pledge, please.
Thank you. If you'd all join me. I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I am Barb Lewis, and Vice President, and our President Gary Merrill was unable to be here today, and with me is fellow Commissioner Jeff Benton, our Administrator Mike Fromer, and our Clerk Sarah DeNovo. We can begin.
Resolution number 21-23, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held January 11, 2021.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 21-23. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-24, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CMAPR 0113.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 21-24. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have some distinguished guests this morning.
Yes. We have a very special presentation from State Auditor Keith Faber.
Thank you, Commissioners. It is an honor to be here, and what I was informed is one of the last meetings, or the last meeting you're going to have in this wonderful building before you move to your even more wonderful new facility. It's a pleasure to be here. I am here to present the county and specifically Auditor George Kaitza this recognition. Our Auditor Award with Distinction is our top award that we give out. It goes to less than 4% of the financial audits and entities that we audit. We audit in the auditor's office, I always say, we don't audit individuals, we don't audit businesses, we're the watchdog of public money, so we audit government. And so we audit 6,000 governmental entities, about 4,800 a year. Some people are on every year audit like you are, and some are about every other year. But out of those 6,000 entities, only about 4% qualify for the Auditor's Award with Distinction. And Delaware County has gotten this. George, I don't know how many years you've gotten this, but you've gotten this a number of years, which really proves the excellence in financial record keeping, the excellence in compliance with all of the laws on the books and records. And you know, we audit not just financial compliance, we audit statutory compliance, the fact that you're doing public records and you're doing open meetings and you're doing all of those other things. And the fact that you get this tells me that not only are things well in hand in Delaware County, but your public officials take compliance and government record keeping very seriously. So on behalf of the auditor, of all of my staff, all 800 of them, and the people of the state of Ohio, it is my honor to present this award to George and your entire team for excellence and with distinction for your financial record keeping. And as I said before, we know that good government's a team sport here in Delaware County. I want to commend all of the other elected officials who participated and cooperated with George to get the job done. So thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Auditor Kaitza, if you could say a few words, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much, Commissioner Lewis. Auditor Faber and Commissioners, it is an honor for me to accept this award on behalf of Delaware County and on behalf of the staff in my office. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here today because of the COVID restrictions, but I do want to recognize them. Cy Keeley, my Chief Deputy Auditor, Brad Higgins, Director of Fiscal Services, Tina Archangel, Senior Accountant, and Julie Chappell, our Staff Accountant. Without their outstanding work and attention to detail, this award would not have been possible. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the other office holders and their staffs for their assistance with this audit process. So thank you again, Auditor Faber and Commissioners, for the opportunity to accept this award on behalf of Delaware County.
Oh, you're welcome. Commissioner Benton.
Yeah, many of you probably know I'm a former CPA, so I can appreciate the challenge of the consistency and excellence in getting clean audits and getting them done on time and so on. So, and again, if we don't have absolute confidence in our financials, then that presents a whole host of challenges for everybody. And by virtue of this award, it shows that we can have confidence in our financial reporting, and it's so important. So it's great to see you get this award again. You're going to get a little tired, a little bored maybe of getting this every year.
I'm very happy to receive this award, Commissioner Benton.
I know. It really is a challenge. And you know, the laws are so complex, the accounting rules are so complex. And again, I think it's just wonderful that we continue to excel at that. And I want to recognize Auditor Faber's team, because we work extremely well with them. They're very professional. They really know how to, you know, do an audit, you know, very efficiently, very professionally, with great expertise. And it is a team effort. Not only your office, Auditor Faber's office, but all the offices in the county. And again, it's just so comforting to know that we have excellent financial records. So thank you all for the effort.
Well, the financials are one of the cornerstones of government, very obviously. And just want to congratulate you, Auditor Keitzen. Again, this is an award, as Commissioner Benton said, you have received several times, and you are such an excellent auditor, you and your staff, and you do great honor for Delaware County with your, oh my gosh, not only with your expertise, with your dedication, and all is available to us as commissioners. And I really want to thank, too, Auditor Faber for coming up and presenting this award. It's so important to the county, and this gives the public a chance, too, to realize exactly what your office does, and also to realize the excellence that we have in our auditor's office today. Thank you. Thanks
you.
so much.
Yep.
Thank you, Commissioner Benton.
Yeah.
Commissioner Benton and Commissioner Lewis. And I wanted to mention, so this is now the second year in a row that we've received this award. We had received it, you know, several years prior, and then there was a period where we had some issues with one of the component units that were in our financials. So, but now all of that has been rectified, and we're so happy that now this is the second year in a row. And I also wanted to mention that this was quite a challenging year, particularly for Auditor Faber's staff, because they had to work remotely, and typically they would be able to be right in our offices with access to the documents. But again, it went extremely smoothly, and we were very happy working with Auditor Faber's staff.
Oh, that's great. That's a very good point.
Yep.
Our staff have the technology and the capability to do what they need to do remotely, and when COVID hit, we just flipped the switch and everybody went completely remote, and our people are doing the job and getting the work done. So we appreciate that, and we've got a very good team.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
See you again soon.
Yes, good.
See you next door.
That would be great.
Thank you again, Auditor.
I love coming up here. This is a great place to visit.
Oh, well, come back
Yeah.
soon.
You're a good part of the day, so.
You've been here several times.
Yeah. You gonna be back for the jug this year? Hopefully we'll have.
Well,
it in
hopefully we'll
person.
have a jug.
I know.
You invite me, Jeff, and you know I'll be here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good to see you guys.
Yep, thanks.
Nice seeing you, too. Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Take care.
Thanks, George.
George, you want to say anything else? No, he doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we can proceed. Thank you.
Thanks.
In matter of agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Delaware County Sheriff and the Village of Sunbury regarding municipal and housing.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Jeff Balzer, Chief Deputy for the Delaware County Sheriff's Office. This agreement with the Village of Sunbury will allow Sunbury to house inmates in the Delaware County Jail who are charged with violations of the Sunbury ordinances. Right now, they can lodge people in our jail if they charge them with violations of Ohio Revised Code, but this will allow them for certain misdemeanors, if someone's serving a sentence, to serve it locally, as opposed to going out of county, which they do right now.
That's what I was going to ask you. What are they doing today? They send them elsewhere?
I think Morrow County in different locations they're doing it, so this will give the police department and the mayor's court over there the opportunity to have people serve their sentences in Delaware County then.
And this is the first time that this agreement has been,
It is, right. We have similar agreements with Shawnee Hills. We did one a couple years ago.
right, okay.
It doesn't bring a lot of inmates into our jail, just sporadically.
Sure.
I suspect it'll probably be just a handful a year, but
Sure.
it'll make it a lot easier on Sunbury then.
Oh, sure. Well, with people visiting, families wanting to visit and yeah, much, much better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah.
Cooperation again within
sure.
other jurisdictions, great to see. Help everybody.
Vote.
Vote on motion 21-25. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 21-26, in the matter of approving specifications and setting bidding, opening date and time for the project known as Delaware County Bixby Campus DACC redevelopment.
So moved.
Second discussion.
Good morning, John Melvin, Director of Facilities. Exciting time. We are ready to go out to bid for the renovation work out of the Career Center. This actually includes the new Sheriff Administration building, all the outbuildings, all the site work. And really, we're really developing the whole site out there. About 8 acres left that we were looking at for additional scope, but
Yes.
yes, so we'll put this out to bid. We'll bid it out for about 5.5 weeks, give them time to review these plans. There's quite extensive set of plans and specifications. I'm pleased. Even though we had a little slowdown with the COVID, it actually gave the design team time to double check all the drawings and stuff. We submitted to the plans reviews, so that we've already passed the plans reviews and has got any code issues hopefully addressed, incorporated in this before we go out to bid, so.
Boy, John, you're never going to be bored.
Yep, we move tomorrow and on to the next one.
That's right. Tomorrow we move and, yeah.
We've survived 2 floods.
You just wanted to line up some work.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, right.
Here we build a courthouse, you get that finished.
Yep.
We renovate the historic courthouse.
Yep.
And just get that finished, and now we're doing the Bixby campus, which is long overdue to do this and
Yes.
get all the operations consolidated and better facilities, better for the
Yeah.
residents, better for the customers,
Yes.
better for employees. It's going to be a win-win, but
Absolutely.
it's going to take some time and some dollars, and so.
It is an exciting project. It really establishes 2 main campuses for the county offices, the downtown courts offices and, associated, and then we'll have the Bixby campus. And we still have the ancillary throughout the county buildings too as well.
Right,
So,
exactly.
yeah, the footprint that we keep managing and maintaining keeps growing, but it's the fun of living in Delaware County and the growing county that we are.
Yes, that's right, that's right.
And again, it's so nice to be able to consolidate things, and get rid of the remote,
Yes.
scattered locations that we're in around the city.
Even old houses, I mean,
Old houses that really shouldn't be,
I-
public offices.
Right.
So it's good.
Yep.
That's right.
It is
Yeah.
really good to see. A couple things, John. Could you go through the timeline for this? And then if you could just highlight who's going to be moving out there.
Oh, absolutely. The time, like I say, we're going out to bid. The bids will be due the end of February. Give us at least 4 weeks to get the bids in, review them, award the contract, anticipate award the contract first part of April. We're looking at probably a 14-month construction period, so that puts us close out to about June of ‑22. Fortunately, talking with Mike, we anticipate the renovation work to the Career Center, actually, that work will be able to start right away, and we're hoping we can get that work done first part of '22, ahead of the Sheriff Administration building, which is a new construction. And there's a lot of site work that has to be done to get that building started. So there'll be a little bit of phasing, but in the existing Career Center building, the engineer's office will move over there along with the shops, as well as our service center, our maintenance facility will move out there, take advantage of the high bay labs. Not much work to go on in those areas. But, large part of the renovation will be the office for the engineer's office, as well as the sanitary engineer's office. It's now building safety office, we'll move out there, and employees. Soil and water, regional planning, and OSU extension will all be in that main office, the main career center building, as well as another part of the high bay will be the property storage and evidence for the sheriff's office. There'll be ancillary buildings for the engineer's office. They'll have a large salt truck storage building. It's about 37 square feet, so their salt trucks are undercover and maintained and ready to go, as well as, storage for that. There's also a fuel depot for all the vehicles out there, as well as a truck wash facility. And then again, as mentioned, the new sheriff administration building. It's about 34,000 square feet for that, to bring all their administration and patrol division into that building. So they'll clear out. So the next project will be a little renovation to the jail, expand the administration space for the jail once they move out of that. So.
Oh, yeah, lining up, after this. Yeah.
And then also, we were able to work out an arrangement with Tri-Township to parcel out a location for them to build their new fire station, because they have to move because of the renovation or the reconstruction of 36, 37, the Point area.
Yep.
So that was a nice plus.
It's a nice bonus, yeah. We're working with Tri-Township, Chief Morris. They were interested in being on Bowtown Road, was what they were interested in. So there was 2 acres just west of the current drive going off of Bowtown that worked out nicely for Tri-Township. Be a nice partnership out there. Nice add to have our fire department on the campus there.
And they're really pleased about that.
Yeah.
And we've got, they're going to build space for us to house a future EMS site, ambulance.
Yep, part of the deal, so.
And then the social services campus is what you were referencing, and that's in process to be developed.
Yeah, we really just kind of completed the program phase of the social services, looking at their needs, space needs, and now we're moving on to the next, where you actually start, while they've done some nice modeling, it's 3D modeling, but it's really just square foot representation of how it would work together. Now they get into the details of how things would lay out, so moving on to that. Part of the site work, just want to note, the cost went up, and a large part of the cost going up is that the site work. We've made sure to coordinate the future Glen Road extension coming through would be the east property line. So all the elevations in the site is already coordinated with that work, so it's kind of encompasses a little bit of that. So that was a big increase on the site work, just to make sure we're not having to come back and redo stuff when they put Glen Road, the parkway through there, whether it's Bixby or Glen Road, whatever that future name may be. So that has been coordinated. It did add cost, but yeah, that way it will save when that comes around. We don't have to rework a lot.
Makes sense. So the existing building, the offices that are going to move into the existing building may move in a few months earlier than when.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to move them in a few months earlier. That way we can actually vacate the Channing Street property, and the interested party in that can take advantage of that, so.
Again, win-win all around. I think it's great.
It
We'll
really is.
consolidate all sorts of offices and services there, and
Yep.
make it easier for the residents and taxpayers and customers and businesses, et cetera.
It's exciting, all the development, all the offices that are involved in the development, planning, and approval process are all going to be out there. And really geographically, it's the center of the county, and with the sheriff and the county engineer.
That's
They're the
right.
two, groups in the county that cover every mile of the county, so it's a great location for them to be, and staff and resources to be deployed. So.
Yeah, especially with the planned thoroughfare plans, obviously that's going to be a huge growth area for the city and the county around the east side of the city. But with the planned parkways, that gives quick connections to the main thoroughfares for the engineers and the sheriff's office. The big problem with the engineer's office right now on Channing Street, they're right in the middle of a residential neighborhood. Salt trucks going out at 1 a.m.,
Forward-looking plan and design. I think of the social services campus, and as we're talking too, someone can go from one building, for instance, our jobs and family services, then over to actually get those services in the same complex, rather than driving across town and, there's parking, or, where it is, they can have it all right there. Makes it much easier.
We're currently working on a presentation for early February for you all to.
Oh, okay.
The programming findings that John alluded to.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, John, thank you so much. I mean, that's great. And then tomorrow we move.
Tomorrow we move.
Okay.
Last week was the test. We survived last week. For some reason, they
Yeah.
tried to test us.
Yeah.
With 2 floods in the building. Very minor damage, nothing stopped us. So we did officially get occupancy yesterday. We passed the final inspection.
Oh,
So
okay.
we took care of the last few items. So it's
Okay.
officially ours. And we're moving tomorrow. We'll have the long weekend to settle in a little bit, sort through, and then
Yeah.
ready to start business next week.
That's right. Thank
You
you.
relax for an hour or two before
Maybe.
starting on the Bixby campus.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
It'll be nice to have a little shift in the direction.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Sure.
Go back to the beginning stage of the project and
Sure. Oh,
deal with
gosh.
those issues.
Well, I got you. How's the Fairgrounds building coming along, the Ag Center?
It's coming along great. They're a little bit behind schedule because of the weather. Still anticipate really being done in May, so hopefully it's open for business in June. Hopefully we can rent it out. Walking through there, when people get in there, they're going to be impressed with the size of the building. And I think that's what nobody really understood, the size and the scope of this building. And it's going to be a great space for the community, and not just the fair. During the fair, it's going to be great, but beyond that, year-round, that space, a facility that you can seat 500 people at a dinner setting, but turn around and have a trade show in there, just any different type. And there's other smaller spaces that we're looking at that is rentable space too as well. We went ahead as part of the alternate in the bid package to put the elevator in, which makes that second floor space rentable. It's accessible, it has 2 means of egress and an elevator for ADA accessibility. So.
Yes.
And that's big enough for 20 or 30 people meeting, to have in that space when you don't need the large space. And
Boy, that's
yeah.
great.
So it's about undercover. The interior walls are going up. They have a little issue with the windows. We're trying to work through some responsibility there. But yeah, then they're getting ready to hang drywall. It's coming along very nicely.
Oh, good,
So.
yeah. Oh, I'm
Great.
glad you asked.
Yeah, I know. I ask John periodically.
Yeah.
'Cause that's-
We just need the hotels to open up and
I
start
know,
generating some more
yeah.
bed tax
Sure.
revenue, so.
That's right.
They're still running half or even less than
Less
half
than
of
that.
what they were at the peak.
Yeah,
Hopefully that'll recover in the next few months. But
Yep.
I think so, with the vaccine.
And I
Should.
think they'll
I think a lot of
gradually
people
improve.
want to travel
Yeah,
here to
Yep.
here.
yeah, to hear.
Yeah. So events going on at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly, and hopefully there'll be a jug this
Yes.
fall.
The fair.
A full jug
The
with
full
more
fair, yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for, oh my gosh, it's saying thank you with all your efforts is not adequate, but anyway.
You can take an hour off after we move
Okay.
in, and
I'll take Monday off, hopefully. Oh, something's going to happen.
Yeah, never going to happen, even though it's a holiday. Oh,
do
gosh.
we need to vote, Sarah? We voted yet?
I think we do
Okay.
need, I was just wondering that, yeah.
Vote on motion 21-26. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Resolution number 21-27, in the matter of approving the revolving loan fund administration agreement between Delaware County and the Ohio Development Services Agency.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Zach.
Zach Daly, Economic Development. This is just the standard EDRLF agreement with ODSA. If you recall, last year, the funds were mostly expended with United Way for that first $89,000. There's about $120-ish left in the fund.
Okay, so they administer it then through,
This is just to basically agree that we'll administer the other $100 and some dollars left in the account, and then if there are any
Okay.
additional incomes.
okay. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 21-27. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye,
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
thank you.
Zach?
That brings us to administrator reports.
Oh, my gosh. You're always busy. You don't have anything to report? No, I don't. Yeah, okay. You're all right. Okay, Commissioner Benton.
Just a couple things. We had our TID meeting yesterday. Everything just kind of moving along, nothing real big or new coming out of that. Yeah, you could have. So, and we're not going to do a February meeting. There's nothing expected to be needed for February, so we're going to meet again in March, although I'm not on that board. Mike is the vice chair of that. We have no session on Monday, just want to mention that. And the Thursday session will be in our new office, or new hearing space, so that'll be very exciting. Are we going to have the land bank Wednesday? We are having that next Wednesday.
I would assume so. I have not heard, to be honest.
Okay, we need to have the land bank meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, I just want to mention that's coming up.
Yes.
In the Sunny V, second auction should be, I think, that morning, so that afternoon, we should hear if there are any bidders on for that property at that point. If not, it'll go through the process, and the land bank would end up with it, presumably. So anyway, that's all I got.
Our Public Defenders Commission is moving along and interviewing candidates to be our new public defender. And the timetable on that is hopefully to have someone in place around February 1st. And they will actually, the public defender will be going into our offices. And so, as we vacate our offices tomorrow. So, that should work out well. And, gosh, I mean, this is our last meeting, our last session in this building. How long?
Yeah, how long have we, I was wondering that, 25 years, something like that? Dawn, do you remember?
I do not. It was before I moved over to Human Resources.
Okay. It was the early 90s, wasn't it?
John would probably know right off the top of
Yeah,
his
should have
head.
asked John, yeah.
I do believe it was early 90s because that's when the renovation happened.
Okay, we think it was the early 90s.
So 25 to 30 years, somewhere in that
Yes,
range.
that's right, that's
Long time.
right. So anyway, we will be moving to our new session building, which is the historic courthouse, and our session room is just gorgeous. So it's just great to be able to be over there and amidst all the history of that building and the mural that was uncovered. And so our citizens will get the chance to see that after COVID. And so anyway, that is it. Anything else? No executive?
Nothing
I
for
have nothing.
executive. I didn't think there was.
Okay, we are adjourned.